There are different types of videos, as you might know. Documentaries, interviews, dual interviews, vlogs, and so on. For each video, you might need a specific microphone. That's what we're gonna talk about today. We go through different devices. I'm gonna share why and when I'm using a specific mic. After the intro. Hello, I'm so happy to see you again. How's it going? So today it's not really a review. I'm gonna show you why and when I'm using a specific microphone. And I've got with me two different devices by the brand LensGO. It's my first collaboration with these brands. I've got with me a directional microphone. This is the LYM-DMM2. All the links in the description tab. And this is a wireless microphone system called 348C. Let's start by talking about the directional microphone, the LYM-DMM2. What is a directional microphone? As the word says, a directional microphone picks up the sound from the direction the microphone is being pointed to. Let's say I have a subject right here next to the camera on the left-hand side of the camera. If I want to pick up the sound from this person, I need to direct the microphone towards the subject. If I face a different direction, the microphone will pick up the sound from this direction now and not from my subject. So that's a great way to have a precise and specific area to target. This is the type of microphones you also see on films with the boomstick, you know, the big things on top of people's heads. That's what they use for picking up the voices of the actors, usually on set. How can we make it handy in our user's life, like a daily user's life? Usually I use directional microphones when I'm vlogging. So when I hold the camera in my hands and I'm always facing the camera and the microphone. This is actually called on-camera mics. Some comes with batteries and some don't, which is a great thing. I don't usually buy the ones with batteries, so I don't have to charge extra things. You just plug it into the camera, very user-friendly, place it on top of the camera and you're ready to go. Always make sure you are talking towards the mic. So this way, because the microphone here is actually at the bottom here at the device. It's not at the top. They're usually quite lightweight, compact. You can find also smaller microphones, and I recommend to go and check the LensGO website because they have different options. So if you have a GoPro, for example, camera, you can purchase a smaller one which is more or less this size, and it's definitely more portable. They also come usually with a shock mount. So whatever you do with your camera, the microphone will not pick up any sound coming from the actual microphone or the camera itself. They also come usually with a windshield. So if there's a bit of breeze outside, the wind is going through the microphone, ruining your sound, you just put your windshield on top. It's also called dead cat. Kind of looks like a dead cat, sorry. What a dead cat does basically is spread the breeze, the wind going towards the microphone through the hair, through the fur. And in that way, the wind, it's not gonna reach the end of the microphone and your sound is gonna be nice and clear at the end in post-production. So bear in mind, you want to use a directional microphone when you want to face directly your subject. Also, I use it on camera when I'm not too far away from the recording device. Actually, I'm gonna put it on the camera because right now I'm talking through the wireless microphone, which we're going to talk about it in a second. And I want to show you how the two sound differently. And here I am speaking through the directional microphone in front of my camera. This is how far I am from the camera. The volume and the gain is the same as before with the omnidirectional microphone. So yeah, that's how I sound, that's the difference. Let's switch back to the wireless and let's talk about it. Now let's talk about the wireless microphone system. It's self-explanatory. We don't need to connect through a cable this microphone to the camera. That's why it's wireless, because actually we have a transmitter, which is the one I'm using right now here, which has a built-in microphone. So this is actually the second one. Sometimes these systems comes with two transmitters, so you can use it for two different people talking at the same time, and this is exactly the same I'm using right now. They usually have a built-in microphone as well right there, so I can just put it somewhere on my clothes and start talking. Now, how does it work? We also have a receiver, which is a device very similar to the transmitter on top of the camera, and the receiver is connected to the camera this time. So the audio goes from the transmitter to the receiver straight into the camera. The built-in microphones are omnidirectional microphones, which means they can pick up the sound from all the directions around the microphone itself, which is very different from the directional microphone we've seen before. This specific kit is called the 348C by LensGO. Once again, all the links in the description tab down here. They come with different features and they're pretty cool actually, apart from being very portable and tiny and light. How do I use this microphone? Usually I use it for interviews. So if I'm interviewing someone sitting down on a sofa or on a chair quite far away from the camera, this is the perfect way, the perfect device to record sound from the subject. Bear in mind, the best use of omnidirectional microphones and lapel microphones is to have them directly on the subject himself, herself, as I do have right now. Of course, you don't want to have the microphone right into someone's mouth, but this is a good distance because the closer to the subject, the less noise will be gained in the microphone. So if you're using an omnidirectional microphone, bear in mind not to keep it too far away from the subject, but you need to have it quite close to the sound source. This is actually a great tool when you do documentaries and you're walking around and you have a camera on a tripod, for example. You want to go far away. Some of them can have a signal quite strong and you can walk away from the camera more or less 200 meters or so. So it's very handy in those situations. There we are. That's probably 100 meters, I guess. That's okay. Let's walk back. When you have dual interviews, so two people talking in front of the camera, you have the option to select the stereo mode. You can record in mono and stereo. Mono is usually needed when you have only one person talking, which means you can record the sound on only one track. But when you have two people, in post-production, you might want to separate the two voices. And with the stereo mode, you can record one person on one channel, on the left channel, for example, and the second person on the right channel. Then during the video editing, you can split the two tracks and separate the two voices for better mixing. Other features of these systems, well, of course, they come also with the windshield, as we've seen for the directional microphone. Now, this is in white. If you want a more professional look, I would go for a black color, for example, because it's a kind of a camouflage when you put it on someone's jacket or, you know, darker clothing. Usually you want to have something a bit darker. It kind of hides a little bit more. Cool feature of these specific ones are the clip, the magnetic clip at the back. So there's a magnet here at the back of the microphone and you can literally plug it in on any metal surface. Now I have the clip on my jacket right there, but let's say I don't have anything to clip it onto. They also come with a metal disc that you can put under your clothing, and then with the magnetic clip, you just attach it right there and it will stay in place. And another cool thing I love is the case, because the case, apart from being a hard case, this one specifically, they usually are the charging device for the transmitters and the receiver. So what you do is to place your devices in there and they will charge through the case. The charging time here is 1.5 hours more or less, and the devices will run for 7 hours. So you can record all day long with the microphones. Also, these microphones don't only have a built-in microphone, but you can plug in an external, another microphone, a lapel microphone, for example. So if you have a spare lapel mic, there's an input mini jack port right here on the microphone. You plug it in, and now I'm talking through the lapel mic right there. Very cool, very easy, and very versatile as well. So these are the two types of microphones I wanted to talk about today. If you want to step up your video making game, don't forget the importance of audio recording. Once again, I hope this video was helpful. Go and check out LensGO. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Thanks for taking me to 6,000 subscribers. We're gonna reach 100,000 these years. Keep subscribing, like the videos. I'll see you soon. Ciao.